If P. Diddy is the diddler, then Jay-Z might be the Joker of the music industry if rumors that we will explore in this video are true, and Beyoncé might be his Harley Quinn. Ever since the diddler got exposed at an international level, his two close friends who defended him prior to the more public accusations are pretty silent about him now. Music has always been more than just entertainment. It's a powerful tool that can shape our minds, influence our values, and even program us in subtle ways. Recently, R&B singer Jaguar Wright, who sang the vocals on Jay-Z's song Cry, went on Piers Morgan's show and made some explosive allegations that shook the music industry about Jay-Z and Beyoncé. She was saying that they have skeletons in their closets and bodies. Now, Jaguar's been speaking out about these issues for a while, but this time it went more viral than ever, making so many headlines that Morgan was forced to take the interview down and issue an apology to Jay-Z and Beyoncé. This wave of exposure has people wondering who else might be next after Diddy. On this channel, we usually focus on spirituality and psychology, exploring the inner workings of the mind and soul to help make the world better. But we also dig into broader issues like the stories unfolding around public figures like Jay-Z and Diddy. That's because these high-stakes stories in the entertainment world aren't just about celebrities, they reflect on us too. They revealed the undercurrents of society, showing us how external forces can impact our own lives. And beyond the headlines, these stories often carry lessons we can learn from and apply to our own paths. In this video, we're looking at why people believe Jay-Z could be next to be exposed after Diddy. We'll dive into the network of billionaires who helped him rise, his connections with controversial figures like Harvey Weinstein, R. Kelly, and Diddy himself, and explore the rumored victims along the way. But this isn't just about uncovering secrets. We'll also reflect on deeper spiritual lessons these stories can offer. This is a look at not just Jay-Z and Beyoncé, but at the system they're a part of, a system that we all, in one way or another, are connected to. Before we go over the rise to fame for Jay-Z and Beyoncé, it is important to consider the very likely possibility that whoever becomes successful in any industry did not happen by mere miracles and hard work. It involves backstabbing and exploiting other people to reach billionaire status. These success stories are very likely carefully orchestrated, and according to Cat Williams in an interview he had with Carrie Champion in January 2024, this happens all the time in the music industry when certain celebrities are heavily promoted. We see the same things happen with billionaires like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and Mark Zuckerberg, whose companies have origins with close ties to three-letter agencies. What might look like lucky breaks or career-crippling disasters for artists are, according to Cat Williams, actually carefully orchestrated moves happening behind the scenes. Take, for example, Janet Jackson's infamous Super Bowl wardrobe malfunction. Cat Williams suggests that someone always benefits from these incidents. In Janet's case, her career suffered while Justin Timberlake's continued to soar. This kind of incident, he argues, always has a business angle. Someone is making a substantial profit from the chaos in the industry. As Cat Williams peels back the layers of the entertainment world, he reveals a new perspective on success and its real price in the world of stardom. It's almost as if artists like Beyoncé and Jay-Z keep an eye on up-and-coming talent, signing them to prevent any real competition. For example, Chloe and Hailey Bailey. While Beyoncé and Jay-Z may have solidified themselves as the king and queen of music, new talent is on the rise. Their status can easily be taken away, as we saw with P. Diddy, if they were to step on the wrong toes of people above them. I covered a possibility for why those in a higher status than P. Diddy may have stopped protecting him and allowed dirt to be exposed about him in a previous video. Other stars could rise up in the industry and they could replace the current gatekeepers. So this raises a question: if fame and fortune require holding others back, and in Diddy's case, exploiting and abusing other people, is it really worth it? Jay-Z's rise to fame started back in the 80s with a critical break from his mentor, Jaz-O. Together, they released the track Hawaiian Sophie, a song that gave Jay-Z his first taste of mainstream attention. Although it would later be mocked by Tupac, it introduced Jay-Z to the music industry. Soon, he was making waves in New York's underground scene. And one key connection was his friendship with Big L. Their freestyles are still legendary, and collaborating with Big L brought Jay-Z further respect and recognition. Jay-Z moved forward, founding Rockefeller Records in 1995 with Damon Dash and Kareem Biggs Burke. This move was pivotal. It meant Jay-Z had control over his music. He released Reasonable Doubt, an album that might not have topped the charts initially, but grew to become a hip-hop classic. Big L tragically passed in 1999, but shortly before that, he almost signed to Rockefeller Records. Big L's rumored condition was that he would only sign to Rockefeller Records if the whole DITC rap crew that helped him gain notoriety in the hip-hop community was also signed. According to Jaguar Wright, she alleges that Jay-Z had a hand in unaliving Big L. You can take that rumor with a grain of salt, but it is interesting and very convenient that this came at a time after the passing of Tupac and Biggie. Tupac and Biggie were considered to be the biggest rap artists of their time in the 1990s. And after their passing, there weren't that many rappers that were on the forefront of these mainstream headlines that were considered to be the absolute best out there in the hip-hop world. Those who were left, at least in New York, were people like Big L, Nas, and Jay-Z. Now, Big L was a lyrical monster. He was such a great punchline artist, and even Nas has said that he feared freestyling and rap battling against Big L. So in order for Jay-Z to be considered the best, an artist like Big L had to be out of the picture. So then all that was left was Nas and Jay-Z. Other artists from the golden age of hip-hop were not producing music as consistently during this time in the late 1990s and early 2000s. And Nas's career was a little bit on the decline. That is until he started beefing with Jay-Z. And if we are comparing Nas and Jay-Z, Nas would be considered the more conscious rapper, while Jay-Z is the one that found more opportunities with Billionaires. In the last video I did about Diddy, I explained how Billionaires prefer to elevate music that does not elevate consciousness and instead elevates music that is more materialistic and music that would not threaten the pockets of billionaires. Jay-Z continued to elevate his status, and in 2008, he launched Roc Nation, an entertainment powerhouse handling music, sports, and media. Jay-Z is the only rapper from the 90s, besides Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, and to some extent, Busta Rhymes and Fat Joe, who is still prominent in the mainstream and framed as a media darling. I'd put Ice Cube on that list too, but recently he's becoming less of a media darling by the mainstream, and he's been exposing some stuff as well. During Jay-Z's journey, the billionaires who helped him rise to where he is now include Warren Buffett, Robert Kraft, Paul Allen, Bernard Arnault, and Jack Dorsey. In the next video I have planned about Jay-Z, I will dive deeper into these relationships Jay-Z had with these billionaires. Somewhere along Jay-Z's journey to stardom, the idea of joining forces with another artist came to mind so that together they can be a power couple in the music industry. Being in a relationship with someone else of equal talent would be good for maintaining a good public image and staying as a powerhouse in the music industry. Rumors have swirled for years that Beyoncé and Jay-Z's marriage was as much a power move as a romance, allegedly influenced by Beyoncé's father, Matthew Knowles. Matthew, who managed Destiny's Child, saw Jay-Z as a rising mogul who could boost Beyoncé's solo career, giving her an influential partner in the industry. These theories gained traction as they collaborated on hits like Crazy in Love and '03 Bonnie and Clyde, becoming a power couple in the public eye. Later, their albums Lemonade and 444 gave hints at personal struggles, leading fans to question if their partnership was always just business or perhaps both business and love. But there was someone who Jay-Z had his eyes on before Beyoncé, and this was Aaliyah. Aaliyah was an undeniable talent. Many of today's singers would probably not stand a chance when compared to her. She was also a very prominent figure in the public eye. Aaliyah's life was cut short in a plane crash in August 2001 at just 22 years old. She was just a teenager when she was introduced to R. Kelly, who became her mentor but also married her in a highly disturbing relationship that's since been exposed as abusive. This marriage was annulled because Aaliyah was underage and R. Kelly presented a fake birth certificate for her. As she matured into adulthood, Aaliyah's career blossomed and she found herself connected to both Jay-Z and Dame Dash. Rumor has it both were interested in her, but she ultimately entered a serious relationship with Dame Dash. Apparently, Dame Dash began distancing himself from Jay-Z when Jay-Z continued to get close to R. Kelly, and Jay-Z would even defend R. Kelly despite knowing what he had done to Aaliyah. Jay-Z Jay-Z even had 2 albums with R. Kelly, which Dame Dash had no part of. It seems like these albums are something Jay-Z wants us to forget about after R. Kelly's inappropriate and illegal behavior got exposed more. Initially, it was not even these known behaviors with minors that Jay-Z began distancing himself away from R. Kelly. It was because of R. Kelly's unprofessional behavior in the studio, showing up late to recording sessions, and creative differences. Rumors surrounding Aaliyah's passing in a plane crash often suggest that it was somehow planned. Some speculate that her rising star status following the success of her album One in a Million made her a target within the competitive music industry, particularly due to her past association with R. Kelly, who faced numerous allegations of misconduct. The timing of Aaliyah's death raised eyebrows, especially with Beyoncé's rapid ascent to fame shortly afterward. Many fans see this as suspicious, connecting Aaliyah's passing to a broader narrative of sacrifice and ambition in the entertainment world. While these theories abound, it's crucial to remember that Aaliyah's passing was ruled an accident attributed to pilot error and the plane's overloading. But you can look at this video up here if you want more context about why people believe that her passing was planned. There's actually some evidence that some people are presenting for making that case about how this passing was planned. In addition to R. Kelly and P. Diddy, Jay-Z's relationship with Harvey Weinstein has drawn scrutiny, particularly regarding the timing of their partnership. The two linked through business ventures, including the film The Harder They Fall, produced by Jay-Z and featuring Weinstein's company. Not to mention how they worked closely for The Great Gatsby. As these allegations became more undeniable, Jay-Z quickly distanced himself. This pattern mirrors Jay-Z's past defenses of R. Kelly and Diddy, where he initially supported them until their actions became too public. Critics argue this raises questions about loyalty versus accountability, highlighting a trend where Jay-Z's associations shift based on public perception and personal convenience. According to Jaguar Wright and other potential whistleblowers, Jay-Z defends them because he does the same things as R. Kelly, Diddy, and Weinstein. Let's not forget about how Jay-Z started dating Beyoncé when she was just 18 and met her when she was underage. The 12-year age difference does not make this situation any better. There are also rumors of Jay-Z sleeping with Foxy Brown when she was underage, and he wrote very inappropriate lyrics for her to what's considered the worst song on the Reasonable Doubt album and had her sing and rap to it when she was also underage. Why did Jay-Z defend Diddy despite working very closely with him and attending several parties with him? Why does Beyoncé also stay quiet about this? And why would other artists whose careers could have rivaled Jay-Z and Beyoncé's have their careers end or shrink into more obscurity? Isn't it interesting that the artists that give their flowers to Beyoncé are allowed to be up there with stardom, have their fame, but know their place not to outshine her? Jay-Z and Beyoncé have positioned themselves as gatekeepers within the industry, controlling access to opportunities and platforms. Their influence is evident in how they choose to elevate certain artists while seemingly sidelining others. For those who navigate the complex dynamics of fame, it becomes clear that success often hinges on staying in the good graces of the power couple. Artists who publicly acknowledge Beyoncé and pay tribute to her legacy tend to find themselves granted the spotlight, yet they are also acutely aware of the unspoken rule. Outshining her is not an option. This balance of admiration and restraint reflects a broader pattern of control where only those deemed acceptable are allowed to thrive, creating an environment that fosters both loyalty and limitation. But as we discussed in the last video about the Diddy case, there are billionaires who allowed these celebrities to have these gatekeeper positions. So much so that even at the political level, Obama said he has Jay-Z on speed dial, and Beyoncé was recently seen giving a speech at a Kamala Harris rally in October 26, 2024. The same people who fund the entertainment industry are the same people who fund these politicians. And in my next video about this topic, I will go more in depth about who these billionaires might be. So make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on the latest videos on this channel. And if the rumors about Diddy's victims are true, Jay-Z and Beyoncé might also be hiding some skeletons in their closet. What are some of the spiritual lessons that you can learn from this? How can you take all of this and apply it into your life in a positive way? Here's the spiritual lesson number 1. Stop hero worshiping. Many celebrities are elevated as media darlings and allowed to be as famous as they are, likely to keep everyone else in the population who follows them distracted and in check. If Jay-Z promotes Obama or Beyoncé supports Harris, many of their fans will follow and vote for these politicians who serve the same masters that also own and profit off of the entertainment industry, in addition to all other industries like the fossil fuel industry, the pharmaceutical industry, the military industrial complex. All these issues are connected, and these lobbyists not only fund the Democrats, but they also fund the Republicans. So they get a win either way, no matter who wins there. And if these rumors about participating in the same activities as Diddy are true, then it is crucial to acknowledge to let go of worshiping of celebrities like them, or any celebrity for that matter. Even if they don't have flaws to that extreme as Diddy, they still have flaws nonetheless. So what you see is only an illusion. You're only seeing what's presented to you in the media. You do not know all parts of them, and you should mainly focus on yourself. Admiration in its most unhealthy form is idolization. Number 2 is karma and accountability. Jay-Z and Beyonce's very loud silence about the Diddy case could be an indication that they are also guilty, and many people are beginning to see these two in a less positive light. That's because they were very involved with Diddy, not to mention the rumors of their involvement in unaliving many artists in the music industry who did not want to play ball with them, or the rumors of how some of the mistresses of Jay-Z were unalived. I personally don't know if these rumors are true, but if they are and all of this keeps snowballing, then karma will also come for them next. If Jay-Z and Beyonce are acting as gatekeepers, they may face repercussions for their choices, similar to what has happened to Diddy. This reminds us to be mindful of how we treat others. The energy we put into the world can come back to us, often in unexpected ways. It serves as a powerful lesson that accountability is essential, and every action, positive or negative, shapes our path. In our own lives, being conscious of our impact on others can lead to a more harmonious existence, where success is built on collaboration, not competition. Number 3 is authenticity over image. In the realm of celebrity, maintaining a polished public image can often take precedence over authenticity. However, true success is rooted in being genuine. When we prioritize how we are perceived over who we truly are, we may find ourselves trapped in a cycle of inauthenticity. This is a lesson we can learn from the actions of those in power. It's crucial to reflect on our own lives and ensure that our choices align with our core values. By embracing our true selves, we create deeper connections and cultivate a sense of fulfillment that transcends fleeting fame. Remember, authenticity not only fosters self-acceptance, but also inspires others to embrace their true selves. Number 4 is the importance of community. When gatekeepers focus solely on their status, it can lead to a culture of competition rather than collaboration. This behavior not only stifles the growth of others, but can create a fractured community. Spiritual teachings emphasize the importance of supporting one another and fostering collective empowerment. We are stronger together, and by lifting each other up, we create an environment where everyone can thrive. It's the best way society can advance into a world that takes care of all of its people. It is undeniable that we are social creatures, and in order for us to thrive, we have to all collaborate with each other and work with each other's best strengths. We must all strive to cultivate a sense of community in our lives. Whether through mentorship, collaboration, or simply showing kindness, we can shift the narrative from one of rivalry to one of unity, allowing everyone to shine in their own right with their own strengths. For more on what you're not being told about the Diddy case and how that issue affects you, then watch this video right here. And make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can stay up to date about the next video about this topic of Jay-Z and Beyonce, as well as other videos about psychology, spirituality, and society. Thanks for watching.